Okay, well, hopefully this will record. My internet has been in and out all night. I've been trying to load some things up, having some difficulty. Weather got worse. Snow and then thunder and then lightning and then rain and then thunder. And then I had an incident with some furniture that I have here, which is very strange. I might, I'm sort of mad at myself that I gave away all the saws now. But I have a friend that might be able to saw a piece of wood for me. You know what? I've got like 100-year-old bed, and there are like these weird slats. And this bed was my dad's growing up as a child. And I can't figure it out worth a shit. And it keeps collapsing on me. And I am like, I don't want to get rid of the bed per se. I'm waiting for the weather to clear and for my back to be okay so I can move. Well, I have a couple other beds, but I'm thinking of one that I'd like to move in here. And a box spring, which is really nice. The bed is too heavy to move. The mattress is too heavy to move on my own. And yeah, I bought it when Obama was still president. Well, back in 2014-ish. Then I've got another one right now that I'd never be able to move by myself, but it's just it's a queen. I just don't want to move. Like if I've got matching furniture that's 110 years old, I would not want to move it. I would not want to get rid of it or put it in storage. So I'm trying to make it work, but it collapsed and then it fell on my right index finger, on my fuck you finger. And then at that point I just, I became rather emotional. I mean, I was like, oh my God, and then I had to just take a deep breath and stand back. And then I was hoping no one else heard. And it kept smashing down. The whole bed kept collapsing. I thought, what the fuck? It's been fine. What the hell? So I took everything apart. I took the mattress, the box spring, everything, the bedding, which, I'm really particular about how I make a bed. I mean, I literally do like nursing school 101, where when you make a bed for a patient, now this is nursing school. This isn't, I don't know. I always worked second shift, so I don't know how it was done on first shift. But when I was in nursing school, I mean, it has clearly changed. People just take sheets, throw them on the floor, and then put them back on my dad. I said, you're not going to put that sheet back on my dad. Oh, did they hate me in that damn hospital and in nursing? Oh, they hated me. I said, I said, that's contaminated. I said, you can't take something off the floor in a dirty hospital where people are running back and forth in the former, quote, COVID wing, quotations. I'm like, I said, no way. You're going to put a new sheet on him. What's wrong with you? Oh, did they hate me? Oh. But what we learned when I was in clinicals was you take the sheet off, and then there's a certain way to fold it so that you can reopen it, and then you're supposed to put it on the bed, and then you're supposed to put your hand in the middle, find the middle of the sheet while it's down on the mattress, and then, you know what I'm saying? And do the same with the blanket and spread. And I still make beds like that now. I don't know. I just can't help it. I mean, somebody's got to do something proper. And then if I just had a really nice duvet cover, I wouldn't do that. I'm looking for one. I can't find one. I have so much different stuff. I have many different really cool things, but they're not with me. But I just acquired this furniture, and I wish I had a saw. So okay, we're done with that. We're done. All right. So this is what I was talking about that I think Samantha wears. Doesn't it look that? And this is okay. I mean, I'm not making fun of it. I mean, but it just looks that way. But if she's like this, um, she's got all the makeup, she's got the Botox, she's got the microbladed brows, she's got the injected lips, her cheeks, God knows what she did with those. Plus, she's dyeing her hair. Sometimes it's Megan's color, sometimes it's blonde. It's always with the bangs and the frizzy sides. I mean, the clothes should match at least the hair, makeup, and lip implants. But I don't really see anything wrong with these clothes. Quite frankly, I'd love to buy my mom something, but she'd bitch about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. What are you buying me that for? No, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with this. It's perfectly fine stuff. It's cute. Jumpsuit. You get my drift, though. She always looks like she came right out of yeah. But if you're on Fox News and stuff, you should at least try to maybe put a nice blouse or top on, because you can go on Ralph Lauren's website and you can find stuff. Reviews are terrible right now. I almost bought something. Almost bought a few different things. But yeah, this is what it reminds me of. And I was thinking for my mom, I mean, I wouldn't mind buying some of this shit. She'd scoff at me. Printed back wrap tops. Really? Yeah, I mean, something, yeah, it does look like yeah. How much is this? $51? Oh my God, that's really a lot. Yeah, I bought some cute stuff the other day. Sadly, it's not the right size. Runs way too small. Yeah, sadly, I'd like to buy more from the store, but yeah. So I'm trying to plan out my summer, which I'm a little bit concerned about. Okay. So yeah, this is what tops. This is sort of what, but she's, in a wheelchair. So she's going to need that. But like I said, she could definitely find a nice pullover, from, the Ralph Lauren site, really. If she's making, a several grand an hour, like where did Sean Atwood get the $5,000 to pay her for that interview? I swear to God, if I see that name up here again, you're instantly blocked. So journalism 101. There's nothing wrong with this stuff. I don't want to come off, because I know I'm going to go straight to hell and I'm going to descend into hell because of my comments. Especially being Holy Week and all, which is always God always challenges me on this week. Now, yeah, so my finger's all fucked up and it just keeps getting worse. I'm surprised it doesn't hurt more. I'm wondering when that'll start. So I guess George is going to be in the ceremony carrying Charles' robe. See, is Louis going to be in there? Because I think they should bring Louis. Oh, here's a good one. Noisy sentries at Clarence House are told to lower their volume. Well, yeah, these people, a lot of people just speak too loudly these days. Well, anyway, here's the invitation. All right, is Megan demanding a stamp? Fuck a duck. What is my problem here? Huh? The coronation of their... Okay, so people are bitching about the green man, but I read this. Okay, I'm going to read you the description. Then I'm going to go, because I'm so out of sorts. I absolutely hate that I am, too. Seen here for the first time, King Charles' official coronation invitation is a riot. A riot. A flora and fauna centered around an ancient folklore symbol, the Green Man, one of the century's best-known pagan symbols. Now, this is the head of the Church of England, which features in many medieval churches. It's emblematic of spring and rebirth and fitting for a new reign. Yeah, I mean, if you're, okay, in the Dark Ages, I suppose, but okay. Hang on a minute. Although the Green Man is a fairly modern term. Dating back to the 1930s, the origins of the image are so ancient that they are lost in the mists of time. Many experts believe it's provided a reassuring bridge between Dark Ages and paganism and early Christianity, which is why it features so many historic places of worship. In the spirit of the old religion and its association with ancient woodlands, King Charles Green Man is crowned in natural foliage, leaves of oak, ivy, and hawthorn, and the emblematic flowers of United Kingdom. Let's write down here. Oh boy. Wait a minute. Okay. So Camilla's going to be crowned queen. I kind of figured that. Everybody was correcting me, but the invitation, which will go out to 2,000 guests, has been designed by Andrew Jameson, a heraldic artist, calligraphist, a manuscript illuminator with over 40 years of experience. So then my next question would be, why didn't Meghan do calligraphy for this invitation? It's because she really doesn't do calligraphy. I think it's a load of shit. I saw her handwriting. I can imitate it. Well, right now my right hand is fucked up again. You know what? Ugh. All right, so don't worry. I'm getting, God takes me and punches me down frequently. So if you're worried about me getting, karma and shit, don't worry. It's all over. So the artist that did the invite. He's a brother of the Art Workers Guild, a body of more than 400 artists. But I want to know why Meghan didn't do it. She's probably sitting in some room in her Montecito house that's not, like, if it's raining there. She probably has one of her aides putting buckets and running to Family Dollar to get the $3 bucket that used to be $1 before Biden became president, and putting underneath and having them empty it. Because if she's got that many I saw pictures of the house. If she's got that many bathrooms and bedrooms and shit like that, do you think all those toilets are really running? And who cleans them? Because all I know is that my bathroom here is so strange. If I leave here for 2 weeks, it gets weird. It's really weird. The rest of the apartment does not get that. It's not an apartment. I don't know what it is. It's a studio, a condo. Okay. But at my apartment, that's going to be a disaster. You walk in there if you don't use it for even like a week, and there's this weird moldy shit, and like, because we have a damp climate, and I'm always like, the first thing I do is I say, oh my God, and I get the cleanser and the brush out, and I'm like, I gotta scrub this down. Yeah, so I mean, who's cleaning all her toilets and shit? Because you're gonna have to do that every day. So she's in one of the rooms. I don't think they're probably all in use. I just don't. It doesn't think logically. And there are no children. I don't care what anyone says. It's just, no. Okay. She's probably sitting around doing some toot. I think she's probably getting massive plastic surgery. She's probably getting those injections to remove the fat underneath her chin. I did that in a video recently. Did I put that one up? Where I was at the dermatologist's office and I saw a poster, a drug rep poster on the door. I'm like, what next? And then I was going to take a picture of it, but yeah, I might have to part ways with him. I don't know if we're on the same page totally. But that's okay. I don't think she uses all the rooms in that house. I should have I should have captured a video of what I found. Oh well, whatever. But she sits in a room. She's got pictures of Carolyn Bessette Kennedy, Princess Diana, and she just mimics their poses and their facial expressions. And she practices that a lot. And then she's got the Kate Middleton dartboard where in between, doing lines, where she's just and then in between lines, in between hits of dope. Because when you're up that high, you got to come down, right? And her vodka on the rocks or whatever she's drinking. She probably just puts it in the freezer and pulls out a bottle of Grey Goose or whatever the best vodka is these days. They're always changing it. Maybe she does Fireballs and she, and the Red Bull and vodka, that'll keep you up for a while. Or maybe she just does like Black Russians, all night where she's, high on the Coke and then she's high off the sugar and the caffeine and the Kahlua, and she's just downing them, and that's how she gained the weight. She's like, "Fuck it, I'll work out tomorrow," but something like that. And a yoga, yeah. Where is that yoga queen? By the way, some of those yoga poses of her, those were body doubles. Okay. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to get going here. It keeps going on and on, but it feels very Charo. I'm not gonna his design is a world away from significantly more formal and pared back monochrome invitation. I would go for a pared back monochrome invitation if it was me. If it were me, which obviously it isn't. Pagan is the key word, and going back to times of old times, and or something you will begin to hear again on this channel, which I have been preaching since 2020, or 2021, really. We are in a period of neo-feudalism. When I know that very talented people here are stuck in a bunch of bullshit with regard to this government. And I did another video that didn't work, where Walmart is now laying off people, which I did talk about it. I did expanded upon it because they were forced to raise their minimum wage from 12 to 14. So they have to lay people off. It went into their profit margins, which hurts their stockholders. Does anyone see what's going on here? Now, another thing I wanted to bring up, and I think this is a huge factor in the area I live, especially with people like my brother is older than me, and then people my brother's age and older. But not like 70, but just in that, well, for me, I'm more of an observer at the moment, for various reasons. But what I have seen, okay, or what I know to be true, is that let's bring this invitation back up so I can pull it up when we're talking about it. Is that Milwaukee, okay, and in Wisconsin, in many areas of Wisconsin, but mostly in southeastern, a very Rust Belt city. I'll name a few names. Briggs & Stratton, which manufactures of small motors for anything from a golf cart to a lawnmower to whatever. Like my dad's tractor was a Briggs and Stratton engine because he saved everything. I mean, everything in perfect order. I mean, I gave it. It was great because I gave it to my friend and her boyfriend, and they were so grateful because he had just bought one. And he's like, "You're kidding." And he returned it before he used it. He had just bought one like 2 days before, and he's like, "Holy shit." And they looked at each other and then they went home and discussed if he could return it. He returned it and then took my dad's, which was like in brand new shape. And it just needed a new battery. But everything, the whole book with all the description of the motor, the engine, everything was in a plastic, see-through pocket with even the receipt from when he bought it. And she's like, "That's your dad." And I'm like, "I know." I said, "But here it is. Everything's in perfect order. Just go for it and take it." Oh, and I got some very lovely texts and thank yous from her, and how much she treasures our friendship and all. And something I don't get from the channel I do, but so there's that. But here's the rest of what I was going to say. Briggs and Stratton was a huge employer. It had 2 locations in the Milwaukee area. Harley Davidson, another huge employer. Master Lock, its world headquarters, another huge employer. And there were other steel companies and things like that. It was a huge union town with very large incomes. My husband, when he got out of college, instead of going directly to college, he got a job at a foundry and was making $60,000 a year in 1977. And he's older than me, and bought a BMW. Yeah, I mean, they were driving around in Eldorado. I mean, yeah. Suddenly, after this, the Carter years and all these different issues began to emerge. And in the late 80s, my brother, I'll make it quick because I'm going to have to pull some, oh, holy shit. The electricity's going on and off. Holy shit. Hang on a minute. I don't like that. Huh. I mean, I'm getting power surges here all night. Okay. So what he did, these people had, several $100,000 or more in their pension funds and their 401ks and their retirement funds, depending upon how it was structured and what year. So my brother quits the job, gets a license to sell securities and invest in mutual funds and IRAs and all that shit. Then, since he's so popular, which he is, unfortunately, I am not getting along with him right now. Oh, man, what is going on? Yeah, I'm going to have to cut this one short here. I think our power is going to be going out any minute. I want to finish this up before it does. So what he did was he parlayed. Oh, I'm going to have to turn this off now. What is going on? I am flipped out. Okay, I'm done. Okay, I had to turn something off. It's just, I'm very uptight about it. So my brother, I don't know if you guys are going to get this video or not, ended up knowing this person who knew that person who knew that, and then was able to make these huge commissions and start his own business. And honestly, he only worked for a few years. That son of a bitch. The thing is that their kids are all like Gen X millennials. And now he's doing a bunch of stuff for them, mainly withdrawals, because these people are giving money to their kids because if they want to buy a house or something like that, because there's, a mill there or a couple mill there. So that's just part of it. And then just the people from Chicago and the professional people that I'm around. are very high income, but even if just it's very common here to have, that kind of money. That's why I'm saying when Megan's talking